we saw a lady who I've never heard of, but she's obviously probably well known in the States, but Tiffany Haddish, Haddish, Haddish. She interviewed then the new US champion, Damian Priest. And it was almost like a break in the show because they had that. And she obviously was not a wrestling fan, but is some sort of celebrity over there. And then this guy, now I must ask your opinion on this next one. That Rick Boogs or however you pronounce his name.
I want to go back one step, Pete.
Yeah.
Go back one step. Talking to a person that I consider to be probably Australia's premier announcer and interviewer, right, in which I consider you to be that person.
Oh, thank you.
Right. You really think bringing in stray people does anything for it? I don't think so. I mean, Gene Oakland would get you hyped up at the end of a match like that.
Yes.
You know, he'll be putting the guy over. I don't understand why WWE does that. I don't understand why
it's all about star power and reaching out to the fans of these people and saying, look at all the mega stars and the entertainment we have. But I don't think it works if there's no credibility.
Well, that's right. And also, if you want that kind of recognition, let's say that Lopez guy, right?
Yeah.
He sounds Puerto Rican to me.
Yeah.
He's there to spur on his guy that's going for the title. They end up going to the mic spot together.
Yeah.
The proper announcer will say, like, I'm going to say Gene Oakland or Gordon Solly, one of the greats, right? He's there friggin' well talking up how you won this match. And Lopez is there going, my boy did it, but not actually running the interview. But he was there with that fan base. Not having him friggin' well interview. He knows nothing about wrestling. You know, this is one of the things that annoys me most about WWE is the people they bring in know nothing about wrestling. Nothing about the pure old school of it. And it does my head in when I watch it because I'm thinking this guy is crap. Why is he doing the commentary?
And to your point further, if you were going to have this Tiffany Haddish and Lopez there, why wouldn't you have had Mario Lopez interview Damian Priest and the woman interviewing RK Bro?
Well, there you go.
It would have made much more sense.
Much more sense, but I wouldn't have had either one of them doing it.
No, but if you had to,
a star interviewer that can get the situation over. Well, the most iconic thing that I can remember as a kid is Hogan winning the title with Oakland and Andre coming in pouring champagne out.
Yeah.
You know, that is because you've got a great interviewer with a great worker and another great worker that comes in and says out of the excitement of the situation and adds excitement to the person at home watching it on TV.
See, I'm still a little bit of the opinion, well, actually not a little bit, a lot of the opinion that the people bought in need to know and sort of understand the business and the workings of it.
100%.
It's just hard. I know like with WrestleMania, they had Liberace as a timekeeper. That's fine, no problem. Sure. But if you're going to do something like that, you need someone, like you said, a Gene Oakland, or a Jesse Ventura or a Bobby Heenan or a Roddy Piper, or there's a million we could sprout off, from the day that would get it over, would give it credibility.
Exactly right, and that's what's missing right now.
Yeah, big time.
I was going to get some random person from morning TV to come out and interview people. I mean, that's ridiculous.
The only person I think that's come in, and I've actually got it in my notes to talk about later. As a matter of fact, it's actually on this next bit, but it's probably not a bad segue into this next bit of what happened. But that Pat McAfee.
Oh, yeah.
I am really quite enjoying his commentary. I think he is a breath of fresh air, but he knows what he's talking about. Like, there's some credibility there. And he's actually wrestled. He wrestled in NXT and against Adam Cole and whatever. And he was actually not bad. He's a former football star over there.
Yeah, no, look, I thought his commentary was good. His commentary was really, really good.
And he gets right into that whole Shinsuke Nakamura thing, and because that Rick Boggs or Boogs, how do you pronounce that?
I call him Bog. But it's Bogues, isn't it, or something?
Bogues. Well, he started playing, Shinsuke's music. I actually thought Shinsuke was coming out to do a match.
I would have loved to have seen him do a match.
Honestly,
I love the way the guy works.
Yeah, I thought, okay, he's coming out to do a match because it was like he starts. But they, him and the Rick Boggs and Pat McAfee end up all on the announce table, sort of just doing the music thing and hyping up the crowd a bit. So it was obviously like a mini intermission or something.
Yeah, I honestly put down the shit in between match 4 and 5. That's what I wrote down in my notes. Listen, I'm not sold on Rick Boggs, whatever it is. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't like the music. I like the tune, but I've never heard of him.
Yeah, why do you need a guy out there following you behind you in the guitar? Unless he's going to use that guitar to hit somebody in the head. I just don't. I just don't get it. And he's no Elias. I quite like Elias.
Yeah.
Right, because the guy can actually work. You know, I like Elias. I'm not big on this Rick Boggs. And whoever's booking that or managing that or producing it, I think they call it.
They call it their producers, yeah.
Right, has got it all wrong.
Yeah.
Shinsuke Nakamura can go out there and put on a match any way you want. I don't think he needs a sidekick, and if he did have a sidekick, it would be if he was a heel, and it would be an Asian sidekick.
Yeah, possibly.
I would team him up, Team Japan, right?
I mean, if you think about it, if you had Nakamura versus Elias instead of the Eva match or something.
Oh, much better.
Yeah.
Nakamura v anyone.
Oh, yeah. I like him. I think he's good. I wasn't a huge fan initially, but I've really sort of grown into him.
Well, he was one of Muda's boys. He was one of Muda's favourites.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, so, if Muda thinks of you highly, you've got to be pretty good.
Yeah.
And I think he's strange. He's strange in the way he moves. If you first watch him, you think this guy moves like some form of freaking wild guy that's just had a stroke. But when you watch his psychology, his psychology is good. He's got good psychology, and his movements mean everything. Every movement he does, like a lot of Japanese wrestlers, every movement he does means something. And just on a side note, Erica Reed, which is a local lass here, she's Aboriginal, she has those traits too in her movement. Everything means something.
Okay.
So I quite like the wrestler, even if it's off the scale a bit, but what really means something, and they're telling a story by their movement. Erica Reed does, being from Aboriginal background and understands the dancing and that, right? Excuse my ignorance, but that's how it is. But I like that. I like when everything means something, not just, doing stupid shit to do stupid shit.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not a big fan of Boggs. I'm not a big fan of the whole guitar thing. Give me Nakamura in a ring with even, what can they give us Nakamura v McIntyre? I mean, for the belt. I mean, he can work. Now, but, why not? Jinder Mahal. I'm not even going to get into that at the moment.
We'll talk about that shortly.